the truth. 3 years later, the accused Arizona...
No new updates at this point, no searches that we know of. So hopefully someone will see something and call authorities in Tennessee soon.
What's your name?
Santa.
It's time to move on.
Residents of the community are now being warned to stay vigilant. Is it a scream? Right now it's 6. Search for Madalena Kojikari gaining extra firepower. And it's not from police. It has now been 67 days since the 11-year-old was last seen.
Cornelius police have said her mother and stepfather are not being forthcoming.
Leaders recovered a video from Rounds' phone that led to Brenner's arrest.
What did police miss? But most importantly, where is she?
Oh my gosh, it would help if I were unmuted, huh? Hold on, let me clean my camera real quick, y'all. Y'all hear me now? Can anyone read lips? Oh, I'm so annoying. I'm so annoying, aren't I? Okay. Okay, there, that looks better. All right, guys, I tagged a lot of new people from Facebook tonight. Maybe some new people come join us. Some new friends I had added, and let me say hi real quick. Let's see who we got in here. We got Cha Cha. Was number 1. Amy and Silent J were number 2. Lloyd Boston, Steffi, Toshi Bear, Angie Gibson, Jamie K. There's Ty. Darzilla Deb Mundorf was number 21. Gray Mammy Annie, Lanessa Boo. She said, I'm 12 as well, so that must be a good number. YouTube be giving people silent but dumpling. Hey, TLC is me, Moto Mom, TRPP, Shanae, Lisa A, K Marie, Janet. You're not the only one who forgets the mic. Jazzy Jewel. Well, that's why I made a shirt. I have a shirt in my merch store that says you're on mute. Because we're always like, you're on mute to someone. It never fails. Dawn Michelle, Okie Crime News with Teresa, Gator Hater, Penny Riddle. I'm so happy to see you all. Okay, before we get started, y'all, if you have heard of Nancy Johnson, of the Johnson family in Alabama, and what happened, put a 1 in chat. If you have not, put a 2. Let's see how many of you that are in here right now have or have not heard of this case. I know the Real Passing Predator has. I saw you were talking about it the other day. Look at all these people. Oh my gosh, none of y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Y'all are in for a surprise. This is a crazy story. I didn't want to use a thumbnail with her picture or her baby's pictures. You know, it was what happened was really tragic, and I don't think it should be, her picture should be used. Hold on, guys. Let me. Oh no, where'd y'all go? I lost y'all. I just realized why my StreamYard is acting silly, because I'm on Bing and not Google. So if I start acting up, I'll switch to Chrome. You think you heard a little bit of it on the pie scenes? Hey, Huntress. Hey, Michael and Michelle Terrell. Something is not right, Darzilla says. I know. Hey, Regina. Laura Jean says, I live in Alabama and I have not even heard of it. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out why. Hey, Shelly Seashells. Hey, Bless Lulu. Sam's Rock Collection had me cover it. Crazy case. A lot of questions I have. Yes, me too. Same. Okay. Download. Okay, I'm going to show y'all. Nancy Johnson and her 5-year-old and 2-year-old babies. And this is a really, 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 really hard case to hear. So huge trigger warning. Okay, it's a lot of, it's horrible. Okay, here they are. Here's Nancy. What? Oh, no. Okay, Nancy, Jacob, and Mia. These are it's really bad, y'all. It's really bad. And while y'all are looking at them, let me situate my chair situation I got going on. Okay, I'm too close to the wall. I felt trapped. All right, so that's them. The mom, Nancy, Jacob, and Mia. Jacob's 2 and Mia's 5. I'm just waiting for everyone to get in here so before I start telling it, so that we don't have anyone missing the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. But that's who we're talking about, guys. Just keep their faces in your mind. October 14th. I see what you can't see. Okay, you're a new account, but I'm going to trust you're not a troll. You have heard of this when you recognize the picture. Okay. Hey, Hindsights. How are you? I'm gonna be like JLR and say, come on in. Let's get it started. Hey, TRPP Chosen One. Humble Apple Crumble. I hope we're all good tonight, y'all. Okay. Let me get my handy. I'm not. I'm doing a live stuff for Michelle. Hey, Tashi Bear. Okay, Dawn. Michelle who? I see what you can't. All right, y'all ready to hear the story? I'm gonna read the story to you guys and try not to stop and read comments unless there's a question. Michelle Savitt. Okay, is that a missing person? Or your stinger's ready? Okay, so here's how it starts. Nancy Johnson, she was a 37-year-old mother to 5-year-old Mia and 2-year-old Jacob, and she was married to Derek Johnson. The family originally lived in Washington State but decided to move to Alabama a year and a half ago due to increased living costs in Washington State. They said that the housing prices were just through the roof. Sabata, Michelle Sabata. Oh, it's a drama community. Hey, Miss PJ. Hey, Coco. Sweet Home, Alabama. Okay. Nancy had 2 sisters that lived in Utah, and she lived there before her and her husband Derek met. And I'm going to tell the story through, I don't even know who that is, Huntress. I'm going to tell the story through her husband Derek's own words, okay? So this is his side of things. Of course, we don't get Nancy's. We get his. Okay? So, we're going to start with his words. So, the down spiral started around Christmas 2022 when Nancy told Derek that she wanted a divorce, although she couldn't tell him exactly why she wanted the divorce. He claims that she even struggled on giving reasons why she wanted the divorce on the divorce documents other than emotional differences. Okay? He says around April is when she started acting irrational about the children's situation, the custody situation. Okay? She told Derek that he needed to give up all of his parental rights and that the children were to be 100% of her custody. That he would only see them 2 hours a day at her convenience. Now, we have to remember, guys, this is all through the husband's words, okay? It's a one-sided story at this point. At the end of April, her husband Derek left for work. He was going back to work at Washington State because he has a good career going there and he wanted to provide for them in the best way possible. Hey, Pittsburgh nurse. Okay. After that, after Derek left to go back to Washington State to continue his career, she started making phone calls to the police, making strange reports that Derek says he never got to see. He never got to see these reports. He adds that even the police department thought they were very strange what she was saying because he wasn't even in the state right then. Okay. I gotta quit saying okay. He says that's when she ended up going to a self-help clinic and she hid there for a while. He used the word hid. I don't know why he would say hid like that. Why did she need to hide anywhere for a while? But anyways, he said, and she hid there for a while. And that's when the state became involved and started realizing that she was having some kind of mental issues and that this was not a stable environment for the children because she had a perfectly safe house and she was not in it while he wasn't even in the state. Okay. So that's when he decided to file for emergency custody because there was something not right going on with her. Those were his words. And because the statements she was giving were not adding up. Oh no, Jamie K. Hey, Pat Gaines. The emergency custody was granted to Derek in June. Also, guys, this anything I do add is just my opinion. Okay, it's just my opinion on this story and mine alone. It's all alleged. It's a one-sided story right now. So anything I say is my opinion alone. You can make your own judgment at the end of this when you hear it all. After the emergency custody filing was granted to Derek in June, Nancy suddenly agreed to try counseling and try to reconcile their relationship. He made sure to add, guys, that Nancy had never before agreed to any kind of counseling, mental help, or anything of the sort since the two had been together. This is the first time. I'm guessing him getting the emergency custody granted to him made her want to fix the relationship because she didn't want to lose the kids. Okay, anyways. So that was a surprise to him. And as a father, he was supposed to provide a good and loving environment for them and a safe place to live. So he would rather work on the relationship and it not end if able. Yes. Thank you, TRPP, chosen one. He says that Nancy took advantage of his love towards her and she was able to cancel the divorce and also cancel the emergency custody order through her persuasion through him, which means he canceled it for her. And he was stupid and didn't see what she was doing. Around the end of June, okay, so they started doing counseling and trying to fix the relationship at the beginning of June. At the end of June, Nancy left with the two kids. She took them to Utah, and Derek states she refused to tell them where they were. He knew that they were at one of her sisters, but didn't know exactly where that was. So what happened to her? What happened for her to take off with those babies so suddenly to Utah? And I really wish we knew what she was telling her sister while she was there and how she was acting at her sisters. So they went to Utah at the end of June, and Derek hadn't seen them at all until the last court date, which was the 20th of September. At that court date, the judge ordered Derek to go to Washington to pick up his RV and bring it back to Alabama, where Nancy and Derek would alternate living in the RV and the house until they had a more permanent court date order for their divorce. Hey, Pac-Man. And that arrangement never got to happen. They never got to try that out. Now, the judge said that if Nancy and Derek did not agree to that arrangement, the kids would immediately be put into foster care because of Nancy's claims of DV and also the protective order that she had filed against Derek while she was in Utah. Pac-Man was number 53 to hit the like. Guys, let's do, while I'm reading, can everyone who has hit the like put a 1 in chat so I can see who all is here? Only if you hit the like. Put a 1 in chat for me. Just kidding. You can put a 1, even if you didn't hit it. Okay. He claims that the only incident that occurred in that house was on the 17th of September. 3 days before that last court date. Okay. So on the 17th, he flew in from Pensacola, drove to that house, and then that's where he found a white Ford F-150 in the driveway that he did not recognize. And Nancy had changed the locks. So Derek decides to make his way to the back of the house where he intentionally left a window unlocked in case she had tried to change the locks on him. He opened the window and she immediately started to push him back out of it, clawing his arms up and telling him that he needed to go away. She did not want him around their kids. Groovy gal, I plead the fifth. Yay! I'm so happy to see all of you. Thank you all for hitting the like. Callie Strong, Jessica Miller, Misty Dawn. I love you guys. Okay. Dang it. I gotta quit saying that. I gotta quit saying okay. So anyways, he tries to crawl through a window and she freaks out and starts immediately pushing him back out the window and clawing his arms and saying she doesn't want him around the kids. At that point, he had actually gotten over the couch and he told her, call the police if you want. I don't care. I just want to hug my children, because he hadn't seen them in almost 3 months at that point. So she does call the cops. B, you're counting my word. Okay. Oh no! Darn it. But he gets through the window and he gets over the couch. He tells her, go ahead and call the cops. I just want to hug my children. He picks up the 2-year-old Jacob, and then as Nancy is on the phone with the police, she grabs Jacob out of his arms, and then she grabs Mia, the 5-year-old daughter, and then she ran out. Oh no, I'm what's the word? You do, Regina Smith? I froze for a second. I saw myself freeze. So she grabbed the babies and she ran outside to sit in her car until the cops got there with the babies. And she left Derek in the home with the random guy that he didn't know. That's when he found out that there was a protective order filed on him in Utah. He says he was never served a warrant for it, and he was taken into jail for 24 hours right then because of that protective order that she had filed. He stated that this Am I glitching on y'all's end? Because I keep looking up and seeing myself glitching, and I don't want y'all to miss parts of this. So if I am, I need to go out and come back in through Chrome. Y'all just let me know. I'm going to get a shirt or two. Yes, no, yes. Okay. Let me go to Chrome. Y'all hang tight for a second. I'm going to leave the studio. One moment, please. Please hold. Okay, I'm back. I should be better now. Better. Mirror my camera. Can y'all hear me okay now? Uno monto por favor. Okay. You're so funny, B. I just glitched again. Hey, Allison, mama. All right, here we go. So he went to jail for 24 hours because of that protective order that was filed on him in Utah from Nancy that he was never served for. So he didn't know about it. He didn't know he wasn't supposed to be around her. He thought it was fine to break through the window, guys, okay? And he stated that this protective order was 17 pages long. 17 pages long. Sounds like Nancy had some stuff to say, huh? A lot to tell. Okay, this is when it gets crazy. Wednesday, the day he arrived there, she had taken a suitcase, money, and her phone to a neighbor's and told them, if anything happens to me, it was my husband. So when Derek arrived back to Alabama Wednesday with the RV, like the judge ordered him to do, he says that her van was in the driveway and all the lights were off. So he assumed she was just gone with a friend and would be dropped back off later. He says he just maintained the house and acted as if everything was normal. Now, excuse me, sir. Why are you in the house while she's not there? What do you have to maintain in the house? What do you have to maintain in the house? And why do you have to act like everything's normal? Everything should be normal. You're waiting for them to get back from an outing, right? So let me tell you again what he said. He says he just maintained the house and acted as if everything was normal. He says, when I got up the next evening, day, he literally says that, the next evening, day, Thursday, I noticed that there were no sounds. So I want to stop right there and think, what happened Wednesday night while he was maintaining the house up until bedtime? Did he not worry when they didn't show back up at home, get dropped back off? Did he just go to sleep and think, oh, they'll come in the middle of the night, it'll be fine? I see myself glitching again. I don't understand what he did until bedtime Wednesday, if they never showed back up. But anyways, when he woke up Thursday, he noticed that there were no sounds. There was no movements in the home. All the blinds were closed, and it was very dark in there. There was only one light on in the house. I'm still glitching. Let me turn off my camera for a second and read this. Okay. There was only one light on in the house, and that was the master bedroom light. He says that he had a feeling that he needed to get into the house. So, what does he do, guys? He goes to the back, and he ends up drilling off the lock, the deadbolt from the French doors. And for some reason, he added, as I did that, the deadbolt fell to the floor and made a pretty loud sound. Now, I don't know why there was a reason he added that little fact, okay? As I did that, the deadbolt fell to the floor and made a pretty loud sound. Hey, Cameron Finch. So after he does that, he opens the door. Okay, this is where there's a huge trigger warning, guys. Please, 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 please. Huge trigger warning. It's really hard to hear. It's about children. It's awful. Please, if you are sensitive to this, come back when it's over, okay? As he opens the door, he notices that the kids are taking a nap on the L-shaped sofa that they own. I'm guessing that's the same sofa he jumped over when he opened the window and jumped it through it because there was another man in the house. Or he just wanted to hug his kids, sorry. But anyways, he says, I saw them, but I did not feel them. I don't know how else to say that. They were there, but I did not feel them. He went over to his 2-year-old son, Jacob, and when he puts his hand on his back to wake him up, he says he was just stiff. He was stiff. Now, here's a side note. while I'm watching Derek relive this moment on the Law and Crime interview, he physically puts his hand up as if he's literally living in that moment again. I don't know if he's doing that to try to convince us that he was there and that's how it happened, or if he is painfully reliving this moment. Okay? Texas Brat, did you change your name to Precious Moments 2024? It's good to see you, love. Hey, Joanne. Yes, I plead the fifth. It's awful. Okay, I see your Janet, I see your message. Let me save this video and I'm going to show y'all the moment. Oh, no, not forward, download. And I'm going to show y'all the moment that I'm talking about, reliving that moment. And I'll let y'all see what you think. Do you think he's trying to convince us that that's how it happened? Do you think that, oh my gosh, my cat's just dropped something in the bathroom. What do you think about this moment? Let me get it uploaded. Okay, here we go, y'all.
And put my hand on his back to wake him up, and he was just stiff.
Okay, so that was him telling the Law and Crime Network of that moment when he felt his son. He says after he put his hand on his son's back and he felt him, he actually sees that there was foam coming out of his mouth and nose. And he also noticed that he had some discoloration. Hey, April P. Guys, everyone coming in, this is a big trigger warning moment, okay? It's about kids. It's awful. It's horrible, okay? Dang it. Don't count that. This is when he started to panic. He stood up and went over to his daughter. Okay, guys, let me tell you again. I literally watched this interview and copied his words almost exactly. This is how it went according to his story. One-sided, I glitched again, didn't I? One-sided story right now because, of course, we can't hear from the mom. Hey, Chris Marie, thank you for joining us. Look at his eyes. He looks like he isn't sleeping. Yeah, I know. Okay. Dang it. Okay. Dang it. This isn't funny. It's making me nervous, okay? It's a really bad story. So that's when he started to panic. He stood up and went over to his daughter, 5-year-old Mia, and saw that she had the same thing happening to her. The foam coming out of her mouth and her nose. I know, B. I'm nervous. I can't help it. That's when he stood up and started wondering, where is their mother? Where's Nancy? Immediately, he says, I went to the master bedroom. No, excuse me. I went to the master bathroom. I'm cutting in and out still. Hold on. Okay, let's just try to deal with it, okay? Here, I'll hold your hand. He immediately went to the master bathroom, and when he looked in the master bathroom, trigger warning again, guys, he saw that the tub was filled with water and blood. At that point, he would not let his mind process why that was there, only that it was not supposed to be there. That's what he says. So, 500 killed in the Israel hospital an hour ago. Oh no, Grandmammy Annie, bless their souls. Oh my goodness gracious, that's awful what's going on there. Oh my gosh, Hey Val, I want to avoid that. I want to avoid hearing about it and watching the clips on it, but I know we can't because it's our world and it's really happening and it's human lives. It's so scary. So after he saw that water with blood in it, he went to check the closets towards the master bathroom and bedroom. And that is when he saw their mother, Nancy, sitting in a collapsed position with blood on the floor all around her. And he says after that moment, he does not remember much more other than him calling 911. So, let me hear what you guys have to say about it. And then I will tell y'all what I feel. I'm a large because of my you ordering your t-shirt with my okay word money. What are y'all thinking? I'm going to play some clips for y'all while y'all are. Oh my goodness gracious. It's awful, I know. Hold on, let me mute while I'm getting these videos. Yes, Nancy is not alive. She's not alive anymore. All right, I got the clips. Let me download them on here, and I'll pull them up for y'all. It's just 4 shorter clips. The most relevant parts to me. I'm thinking I'm lost, not sure what case this is. Nancy Johnson, the Johnson family in Alabama, precious moments. Okay, here's some clips, y'all. Let's watch. This is him. This is Derek, the husband.
Emotionally, and I just can't feel anything right now. And that's the only reason I've been able to be out here and not be a mess. But I know that I have a lot of support in the community.
And horrific. He believes not.
And they had both told me.
That purple suitcase that y'all see that detective is carrying, that's the purple suitcase that she took to the neighbors along with the money and her phone on Wednesday and said if anything happens to me, it was my husband. Yes, Jamie K, she was found trigger warning, she was found hung. The 2-year-old Jacob was drowned, and the 5-year-old Mia was drowned. And big trigger warning, guys, her throat was, I don't know how to say it without, I don't want to say it. I really don't want to say it. But you can think of why there was blood in the water. And her mother was hung with blood around her. So I don't know if she had any more like anything else had happened to her. So the purple suitcase is the one that you're about to see that the detective's carrying. That's the one that she took to the neighbors the day before this, guys. And this is right after it happened. And the husband, Derek, is just standing outside. I don't know. It just makes me angry.
And horrific. He believes not.
And they had both told me they were going through a divorce and was getting ugly and all that, but I didn't know it would go to this.
The estranged husband, Derek Johnson, filed for divorce twice this year, the first time in April. The couple reconciled in June, but he filed again for divorce in August, accused Nancy of leaving with the...
You see how normal he looks standing there? Talking to that cop, and in all the clips, that cop standing there watching him so close too. Like at one, I know I just glitched. I saw it. But every clip I saw, every news clip that had that scene, you could see the cop was watching him so close. At one point, he was sitting on the ground by the car. And when he stood up, the cop even moved towards him. The cop was so sus of him. Hey, Nanny. 423. Sorry, I can't. My dyslexia cannot. There's back row Becky. Callie Strong said he did it. Allegedly. Hey, Robin Smith. Yeah, like nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Throat was knifed. Yeah. Thank you, Dawn. It is horrible. It is so horrible. Oh, you've been a member for 4 months. Thank you, Nanny 423. I did it. I said it. 4 months. Ah! You got the rainbow pumpkin now. All right, so we'll watch it again. Watch how this is right after it happened when they're inside doing all the investigating and everything. Just watch how nonchalant he's standing there. He's not, he says he's numb, but Jesus, take the wheel. Imagine what he just saw. Yep. TRPP, absolutely. All right, let's watch it one more time before we move on to the next clips. Watch Derek in the blue shirt at the end.
And horrific. He believes not.
And they had both told me they were going through a divorce and was getting ugly and all that, but I didn't know it would go to this.
The estranged husband, Derek Johnson, filed for divorce twice this year. The first time in April. The couple reconciled in June, but he filed again for divorce in August. Accused Nancy of leaving with the
And bless that sweet poor neighbor's heart. That man that was talking. That man that was talking at the beginning, he was just bawling when he heard. Oh my goodness, it was so sad. It was so sad. If he was in his RV in the driveway, wouldn't he have heard them come home? Darzilla, that's what I'm saying. What did he do? Just say it's bedtime and go to sleep without worrying? Why aren't they home yet? It's dark or anything? I don't understand it. Here's the next clip, guys.
We've been over here numerous times for domestics, and she's called numerous times concerned for her children's welfare. There is an active PFA out of the state of Utah.
Now, remember what Derek told Law and Crime Network during his interview. He says, and thank you, Darzilla, for being a member for 4 months. I can't believe it's been 4 months, y'all. That excites me so much. He says that after he left to go back to Washington State to continue his career, to be able to support them the best that he can, that she started calling in and making reports. And even the police department said that the stuff she was saying made no sense because he wasn't even in the state. But this police officer doesn't seem like he disregarded those reports, does he?
We've been over here numerous times for domestics, and she's called numerous times concerned for her children's welfare. There is an active PFA out of the state of Utah.
Yes, the neighbor is way more upset than the father, than Derek. It's sickening. Here's the
Rick
last
Hamilton
clip.
mourns the loss of his neighbor and friends.
She was sweet. She was giving. So she was the one that invited me over for Thanksgiving.
Today, Sheriff Paul Birch has confirmed that the day before, Nancy left a suitcase, money, and her phone with the neighbor.
Which was odd because she'd given it to them the day before.
Birch says that the husband is not a suspect and that he's been cooperating in the case. But the sheriff adds there are some questions that still needs to be answered.
There are some...
Okay. We're going to watch. We're going to watch the report. I mean, I know I'm glitching, y'all. We just have to deal with it. I don't know why it's doing that, but I can't move everything after I started the live. Hey, Lenny Lynn. You're waiting at the laundromat. Fun. The fact that her family has not come out defending her tells me that she sadly did do this. Okay, hindsight. Her family says that she would never do this. Her family, that's the reason. That's the reason that Derek reached out to Law and Crime Network on his own and said that he wanted to clear this up. He basically wanted to clear his own name. Okay? He did this he went to the Law and Crime Network and asked for an interview, a live interview himself days after this happened. And her family does not think that she would ever do this. My cat's scratching on the door like a dog behind me. I live every day in fear now, right now, wondering if I'm going to be a story like this. TR, PP, I'm so sorry. It is a real problem in this world. Blackjack, do you mind? Stop. Hey. It's awful. I'm so sorry. I hope you stay safe. Please keep protection with you. If he couldn't have had her, then nobody could have. Chris Watts wannabe. Callie Strong, wait till you hear my notes. Hey, honey bunny, how are you? That was your only hang up? Yeah, so I can't wait, hindsights, until if we get to hear what the sister has to say, what Nancy's sister has to say. What was she saying to her sister while she was in Utah? How was she acting? What was her reasoning for going to the police department in Utah and filing a protective order against this man? What was TRPP's what was his opinion? I don't think I heard his opinion. Y'all, okay, so here's my notes. Blackjack. So, Derek reached out to Law and Crime Network on his own. Why can't I say that? On his own. Hey, Fried Peach. Hey, Brandy Price. Thank you for being here. Oh, or hitting the like. I don't know if she's putting a 1 because she hit the like or she's heard about this story. I know my cat is like a dog. And I just froze in the middle of rolling my eyes. TRPP thinks the husband is guilty. Oh, lady is by protection. Absolutely. Then her family needs to come out and fight for her if they know something. Yes, they do. They do. So Derek reached out to Law and Crime Network on his own. I said it. I think he just wants to try and clear his name by going up there. Her family is saying she would never do this, and her neighbors are all pointing at him too. First of all, I think she went to that self-help clinic to hide. He said hide. Because if she were in that perfectly safe house that he said she should have been at, he could still get to them through an unlocked window, or maybe even by drilling off the lock on the back door. She knew he could still get to them. Maybe that's why she was at that clinic instead of her perfectly safe house. Which I think is what happened when she was asleep Wednesday night. I think he went into that house and he did this. And I think when he says he was there Wednesday maintaining the house while she was out with a friend, I think he was maintaining the mess that he made by unaliving his whole family. That's just my opinion. That's alleged. That's my theory. Hey, can I kick it? Hey, Ruby Joy. Late, but here. I'm so glad you're here. It does not even matter. Even though, here's another one. Here's another little side note. Even though she wanted the divorce and was begging, and he was begging her for a reason. Why do you want a divorce? Why can you give me a reason why? He was the one who ran and was so quick to file those divorces both times. Not her, him. He filed them twice on her. Now, here's the big one, guys, that we have to think about. Are y'all listening? Remember how he says that when he went through the window, she was pushing him back out and clawed him all up. Remember when he said that? What if clawing his arms up happened when he was unaliving them, and the window thing was an excuse for the marks on him? But then again, how do we even know if another guy was even there? Was that just a story to make her look bad? But if there was really another guy there, what does he know? What has Nancy told him? And if another guy was there, he didn't jump through that window to hug his children. He jumped through that window because he couldn't handle another man being there. He jumped through that window because there was another man there, not to hug his children. Why act so irrational to jump through a window unless you were fired up for some reason? Okay, that's my thought. My cat just stinking attacked the other cat. Hey, Lori Shortlegs. Hey, FGTV Wolf. Yeah, I mean, we can't expect the family to jump up and speak out immediately. We got to give them time because the sheriff is still looking into this. He thinks something's sus. Vandersloot is going to court again. Supposedly, he took money that was given to him to tell the real story of what happened to Natalie Holloway. Yeah, I heard he's taking a plea deal. He's going to finally tell how Natalie lost her life for that plea deal. Let's pray. Let's pray that's finally happening. You know, I was going to buy me a pew pew, but they have the system shut down for background checks, so they will not sell it. Oh no! Why is the system shut down for background checks? Okay, what case is this? This is Nancy Johnson in Alabama. Nancy Johnson in Alabama. Was Ellie able to verify that she was out with a friend? No, they were not able to verify that she was not home Wednesday night. He says that when he arrived with the RV on Wednesday, her van was in the driveway, but they were not home. And he just assumed that she was out with a friend with the kids and that she would get dropped back off at home later on. So he stayed in the home, even though she wasn't there, not in the RV. He stayed in the home and maintained it. That's what I'm saying. What did he do at bedtime? Oh, my family's not dropped back off yet. Everything will be okay tomorrow. They'll be here and we can start our agreement that the judge ordered us to do. He seems like he would be more of the type to be like, I'm worried. They're not home yet. Is she running with the kids? But no, he just went to sleep. My soon-to-be ex filed too as well, but now he's mad I get the kids because he's been going for 12 out of 16 years in Afghanistan. Oh, gosh. In my opinion, no way in my opinion there was another man. The fact is he couldn't leave them alone. She was trapped. She was running. She was terrified of this man. She knew what he was capable of. She didn't trust her children with him. I believe he was stalking her, and he was not going to let anyone else have her if it wasn't him. That's my opinion. That's all alleged. That's what I believe. Watching him, reading his body language, and just my normal intuition while listening to him talk tells me all of this, okay? What do y'all think? He ain't never gonna tell nothing. Don't get your hopes up. Oh, Vandersloot. Hello, Love X Metal. 1994. They always speak when there is a book or movie offer. You're talking about Vandersloot. Get one off the streets then. This is your livelihood, dude. Oh, yeah. If they have nothing to verify she wasn't home, then I think she was there. I think she was too. Jeannie Ange says, I'm listening in the bushes. Well, in the bathtub. Tashi, are you here? Tashi is here. She was running errands with her mom. She might be home by now. Tashi Bear. Jeannie's looking for you. Hi, Andrew S. from Perth, Australia. You think the husband's guilty? That's so scary to go through, something like that. He would not go in if there was another man there, so I don't believe there was another man. Narcissists don't want anyone to see that mask come off. He would do it all when it was just her. He painted Nancy, the mother, as a problem. The whole story he told, she was a problem. She had mental problems. She needed help. She did this, she did that, but he didn't do a thing wrong. He was perfect in that relationship. That's my problem with it. Tashi Bear says, I'm here. Same, I'm about to hop in the tub. Also, just got the kids in bed. I gotta get to my kids in bed right after this. Okay. Derek looks like a weirdo. He gives me really evil vibes. Even if you're in the bushes, please hit the like. Yes, please do. This guy, he reminds me of Chris Watts. He's Chris Watts made over again in my eyes. On the News Nation interview, he is calm. His story is perfectly put together. He makes himself look as though he's done no wrong in this relationship. He reached out to law and crime himself, and he enjoyed being in that limelight. In one interview, he says, she lost grip on reality, and I had been her anchor. On the GoFundMe that he has, he says, I do eventually want to write a book to help others identify and see the dangers of mental health illnesses in a relationship. He's already planning his next steps of how he's going to get attention and praise. And what's the word when you get sympathy? Scott Peterson, Chris Watts, he's another one of them. You watch. Next update, allegedly, in my opinion, is going to be that he's been arrested. Oh, Lori, my son's been having horrible problems with his sinuses too. Tennessee Sweetheart says, that is what they do. My ex painted me as all kinds of crap. You would not believe the crap he told. I would believe it, Tennessee Sweetheart, because I know that's what narcissists do. And I know. They paint you to be the problem. They never did any wrong in it. They paint you to be, be the one in the wrong. Yes, thank you, TRPP chosen one. This is for entertainment purposes only. Respectful opinions and speculations is okay. So, I'm going to find the interview from the sheriff. Hold on, guys. I'm going to find the interview from the sheriff. Give me 1 second, please. Hey, Courtney, how are you? Sorry, I had to turn my camera off, y'all. My daughter came in. Okay, let me find. How do I get to my history? Because history, found it. Let me just search it. Okay, so this is about Nancy Johnson in Alabama. Guys, if you're just coming in. And right now I'm trying to find the sheriff's interview. Okay, here we go. This is on WKRG news channel, WKRG on YouTube. Hey, Kathy S., how are you? Her down, she was too old. Oh, that's how my ex was. He literally told his girlfriend that I unalived our dog, when in reality, the dog pulled a really bad muscle on her leg. She said it was a chance she would pull the other, so we had to put her down. She was too old. Goodness gracious. I know. Narcissists. I mean, women can be narcissists too. But I've only encountered, like, obviously, relationships with the guys that have been narcissists, and it is, I completely understand. All right, here we go. Here's the it's not an what not interview, the whatever, y'all get it. Let's watch it.
With autopsy to death of the mother has been ruled suicide. The 2-year-old died as a result of drowning, and the 5-year-old drowning with a contributing factor of having her multiple lacerations to her throat.
And
As
you
a
know what it was cut with? Cut with a knife? Or?
Cut with a knife from the home.
And so with the, and you said was it a 5-year-old about to turn 6 next week?
Within a couple of weeks, yes.
Okay, so 5-year-old. So was the 5-year-old, did she die by being drowned?
The cause of death was drowning. The way the doctor worded it was a contributing factor was a loss of blood due to her throat being cut. And it was clear by the scene that there was a significant amount of bleeding, and but the actual cause of death was drowning.
So you determined, I guess, that the mother killed her 2 children and then took her own life?
Yes.
And how did she take her life? What was her cause of death?
By hanging.
And how would you? I know you said yesterday was a particularly gruesome scene, but how were were the children in different rooms, or where were they positioned, and where was she in relation to them?
When you enter the back door of the home, there's a sofa to the right hand side, and the children were positioned on that sofa. They had been basically cleaned up in water, by being submerged. When the father found the children, they were covered with a blanket. And again,
Can y'all hear this? I know that it's really low because I can barely hear it. How good can y'all hear it? I have the closed captions on so we can read it anyways.
The 2-year-old boy was immediately to the right of the door, and the little girl was a little further away on it was an L type sofa, and the little girl was on the other part.
And did she clean them and then position, wrap them in? You said a blanket.
Just a blanket laid over them. So.
And was there any note explaining her actions, or any investigation, or through your investigation, you uncovered any kind of notes given to people that would explain?
We have not recovered any kind of notes outlining what happened. We have learned and continue to learn that there was clearly some psychiatric issues with the mother. And again, we're learning more and more about that, as the hours go by.
And was she diagnosed with something?
I can't say that she was diagnosed. There are some court documents and DHR type documents that make reference to her mental condition.
So basically all they have with the mental condition part of her is her husband's word. He went to the court and said, I want an emergency custody hearing because something's not right with her mentally. And he also got the state involved when she went to the self-help clinic and was staying there instead of her perfectly safe home. So the claims of her having mental health is not fair to say she had them because she was never diagnosed with any of them. That's just her husband's words of how he's portraying her. Okay. I know it's really low, guys. I can barely even hear it. So just try to read the closed captions. Hey, Blue Eyes Dumplings. Oh my gosh. You're only 20 minutes away from there. Oh, so you're in Alabama too? Hopefully there's some type of evidence under her fingernails. I don't know. He said he maintained the home Wednesday. He spent the day Wednesday maintaining the home. So we don't know what he cleaned up and hid, if allegedly, okay?
And I know that her husband had asked for a subpoena for some psychiatric records as part of the divorce proceeding. Is that what you're referring to, or are there other things that go in more detail?
The ones I'm speaking of are documents from our local courts here. I don't know what he may have subpoenaed for his divorce proceedings.
Was she trying to set him up? Some of the neighbors we spoke with made statements that she told them if anything happens to me, he did it. Was this some kind of revenge? She's trying to set him up to make it seem like he murdered his family.
I can't speak to someone's mindset or what their intentions were when they're dead and we can't talk to them. But I will say that she has some self-inflicted injuries as well, on her wrists and her neck. And I think she did make some kind of comments to neighbors that if something happened, it was probably him. And again, I can't really speak to her mindset and what she was trying to do.
And when you say like older wounds, or that were inflicted at the same time.
Inflicted at the same time.
And so Derek is not charged with anything.
So, drowning, trigger warning, drowning the child was not enough. You mean to tell me that the mother also did what she did to her throat? And knowing that she was planning to hang herself, she still decided to inflict wounds on her own wrist and throat. I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird. I'm going to skip a little bit to the end and see what else he has to say. I don't want to watch this for 15 minutes. So
point fingers or speculate until we get some of the documents. But I think that based on what I'm hearing, it's highly likely somebody within the system dropped the ball.
DHR? Yeah.
Somebody within the system.
He's basically saying DHR dropped the ball
because he's traveling back and forth. He's not there the whole time.
He's basically saying DHR dropped the ball because the children should not have been in her care because she was not mentally stable.
Clearly concerns raised about her mental stability and the welfare.
And
we'll make a decision where we go from there. Doing that now.
And then obviously there's a custody fight, between this couple. Did that play a role in this? Do you think that the battle over who would get permanent custody of these kids?
I mean, I think you could say that in any case. Anytime there's an issue with custody and then both sides are fighting for custody, it can be very volatile. And clearly, it was here, but I don't know who was filing for what type of custody. And again, we have some questions that are not answered yet that I plan on getting to the bottom of, and we'll circle back with y'all when I do.
And then this issue with the camper, the protective order in Utah specified, I think, 10,000. So by that, it would seem that the camper could not legally have been just in the backyard? You know anything about that?
I don't know anything about the protective order in Utah. Again, I don't know that it was ever made active. You know, we were told about it.
Yeah, there's no medical documentation to that, to her having any mental issues. It's just her husband filing statements saying that she had mental issues.
Determinations here.
That's my problem. I
I'm
don't think
guessing
it's
you've not been
fair
against the file, but
for her to be unalived and people be saying, I'm not saying anything about the sheriff, I'm just saying it's not fair that she's being made out to have mental issues when that has only came from her husband's mouth.
DHR or anyone else about sort of the systemic issues?
Well, I'm awaiting documents to, you know, I want to see some paper right now, you know, before we start talking with people.
He wants to see proof. See, he wants to see proof himself. He wants to see papers and documents.
I guess you would describe it as a closet before you get to like a master closet before you get to the master bedroom. And she was, you know, had tied a scarf or something or a silk type belt around the rod.
He says she tied a scarf or something like a silk top belt around the rod in the closet. And
right before you get to the master bedroom.
That's where she.
So like in a hallway closet?
You could kind of call it. You'd have to see how the house is laid out. You've got a, you know, slight hallway coming past the kitchen, and your bathroom's right here, and there's a small closet right here, and your master bedroom's right in front of that. So it's not a typical layout that
you would. A small hallway closet by the bathroom.
But I think looking at it, it was serving as a master closet.
Okay. But was it right across from the bathroom, believed to be where she committed the murders?
Yes.
And then, did anyone else have any questions?
Okay, so there's that. And we'll watch a little bit of him. What he has to say. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think of him. I know it drives me crazy too, Kylie Strong. This is Law and Crime Network. Let me hold on. Let me put their link in chat real quick. A narcissist will gaslight and claim that others have mental issues. Absolutely they will. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about him, okay? What kind of vibe do y'all get?
The Alabama man who found his wife dead and 2 young children brutally murdered in their family home. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Sierra Gillespie. We're taking a closer look at this heartbreaking story where 3 lives were tragically cut short. In Semmes, Alabama, just outside of Mobile, investigators say Johnson entered the home on September 28th to find his wife, 37-year-old Nancy Johnson, dead. He also discovered his children, 5-year-old Mia and 2-year-old Jacob, murdered. At first, officials did not release how Nancy or the children were killed, only saying they weren't shot. The local sheriff told TV stations, quote, "It was more horrific."
Hard to see what happened.
Yeah. And I mean, I know this is difficult, but can you take me back to last week, walking into that home? What do you remember?
So I back up just a hair before that. I arrived Wednesday at 4:30 to the house with the RV and was driving from Washington State as ordered by the judge. And that day, the van was in the driveway. All the lights were off. I assumed she had gone somewhere with a friend or something, and she would be dropped off later. I just maintained the house and acted as everything was normal. But when I got up the next day on Thursday, I noticed there was no sounds, there was no movement. All the blind closed. You know, it was very dark. There was only one light on in the master bedroom, and I had a feeling that I needed to get into the house. And so I ended up drilling out the door lock, French doors in the back, and as I did that, the deadbolt fell to the floor and made a pretty loud sound. And I opened the door up. Fell to the floor and made a pretty loud sound. And I opened the door after that and noticed my kids were taking naps on the L-shaped sectional we have. And I saw my friend, but I didn't feel them. I don't know how else to say that. They were there, but I did not feel them. And
I don't know if y'all heard me because my cat flew beside my chair and unplugged my mic, but I was trying to say, did y'all hear where he added that very unneeded detail about the bolt falling on the floor and making a pretty loud sound? I don't know why it's glitching like that. My internet is being ridiculous tonight, but we're just going to try to get through it. I'm only going to play a little bit of this. I just want y'all to kind of get an idea of how he's acting. Hey, Silent J. All right, here we go.
I went over to my son and put my hand on his back to wake him up, and he was just stiff. And then I saw foam coming out of his mouth and nose, and he had discolorations on his, and I started panicking. And then I went over to my daughter, and she had the same thing. And then I started wondering where their mom was. And immediately I went to the master bathroom. And when I looked in the master bathroom, there was a bathtub full of water and blood. And I couldn't handle processing why that was there, other than that shouldn't be there. And then I proceeded to turn the closets towards the master and saw Nancy in a sitting collapsed position, and there was blood on the floor. And after that, I really don't remember much other than went to call 911. And that's all I remember.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a very traumatic and intense moment. You were speaking about what led up to that. So if we kind of turn the clock back a bit leading up to this terrible tragedy. So it happened in Alabama, but your family is from Washington State and Utah. So can you kind of explain that background to me?
So we originally lived in Washington State. That's when things started getting strange. And I left back to my career at Boeing in Washington State in order to provide for them the best possible means of living for them and the best possible healthcare, whatever I can for them, given that that was a really good career I had before. And they would remain here in Alabama in our house. And after that, she started making phone calls to the police and SEMS, had these strange reports that I never got to see. And even the police department thought were very strange on what she was saying, because I was not even in the state anymore. And that's where it all she ended up jumping to a self-help clinic. and she hid there for a while. And that's when the state became involved and started realizing that she was having some sort of mental issues, and this was not a stable environment for the children because she had a perfectly safe house and she was not in there, and I wasn't even in the state. Eventually, I filed for emergency custody because there was something not right going on with her, and the statements she was giving them were not adding up. And so that was granted to me in June. And after that was granted, Nancy, for whatever reason, decided to agree to start some counseling and try to reconcile. And she had refused any sort of counseling, mental help, or anything since we've been together. And so that was a surprise to me. So me as a father, I'm supposed to provide a good, loving environment for them and a safe place to live. And so rather work on the relationship other than end it. And
now, do you see how he says, me as a father, I'm supposed to provide this and that, and I'm supposed to work on the relationship? He's just portraying himself to be this perfect dad that worked so hard to keep this family together, and the mom was just ruining it all. Never says their names like Chris Watts. He never says their names either. It's all like Chris Watts. Okay, we're gonna watch just a little bit more, guys.
she took advantage of my love towards her and was able to cancel the divorce, cancel the emergency order through her persuasion through me. And I was stupid and didn't see what she was doing. And she eventually took the children down to Utah, refused to tell me where they were at. All I know is that they were at her sister's, and I had no info on where that was, and she refused to tell me. I didn't have her sister's contact info. And I hadn't seen them since the day they disappeared down to Utah around the end of June. I hadn't seen them at all until this last court date on the 20th of September. And that's when the judge ordered me to go up to Washington and grab my RV and come back down in a nesting agreement where we would alternate living in the house and the RV until we had a final permanent court order for our divorce.
That's what stood out to me too, that interesting order from the judge that you
Okay.
can kind of rotate living in that.
So this part, I think this is where he's going to tell us about the story about getting there. And, oh no, he's about to tell us about getting there and maintaining the house. We can listen to how he says that too. Okay, let's listen to this part. I don't know what he had to maintain in his wife's home that she wasn't at while she wasn't there, but he's clearly saying he maintained the home, not his RV.
RV or camper.
Yeah.
How long did that go on?
It never happened. I arrived Wednesday at 4:30. Is when I got on my property, and that never happened. That was the agreement, but I believe she mentally could not comprehend that because she wanted full control of the children and no sort of interaction from me. And I don't know. They had told us that if we did not agree to that, the children immediately to foster care because of her accusations of domestic violence and the protective order she had filed on me.
Were there any domestic violence incidents in the house?
Never. The only time anything ever occurred was the 17th of September, where I flew in from Pensacola.
Here it is. Listen to this, y'all.
Drove down here to my house to find a white F-150 I did not recognize, and the locks were different on the house. She had changed them out. So I did to the back side of the house where I'd purposely left a window in case she tried to change the locks out on me. I had a window where she immediately tried to push me out the window.
No, sir. You can't tell me you went through a window, broke into the home just to hug your kids. You went through that window because there was a white Ford F-150 there. I'll be quiet. But still, come on.
Clawed my arms and told me I needed to go away. She doesn't want me around the children. I am again. And at that point, I got over the couch, and all I told her, I said, look, I just want to hug my children. You can call the police if you want. I said, I just want to give my son and daughter a hug. I haven't seen them for almost 3 months at that point. And so she proceeded to call them while I was giving my son a hug. And I picked him up, and she proceeded to grab him and rip him out of my arms, and he started crying. And then she grabbed Mia and dragged them outside to sit in the car while she waited for the police. And then I was left in the house with this guy I didn't know, and I don't know. And then I found out there was a protective order against me that was filed in the state of Utah that I had never been served paper sort of awareness on. And I was taken into jail for 24 hours because it was in their system, even though she's the one who assaulted me and tried pushing me out. But the accusations, I never got to see anything on what she accused me of. All I know, it was 17 pages long, and she did it when she was hiding the children in Utah.
So we've talked a bit about Nancy's mental state at the time of the murders and even leading up to it. You referenced it when I first sat down with you, talking about bringing awareness to mental health. So can you give me a better sense of what was going on? What do you think was going through Nancy's mind at this time?
Honestly, she is not, during this time, she is not the same person that I married, and everything I am 100% started during the beginning of the pandemic. Back when QAnon started, she was calling me at work and telling me everything that was going to happen. I need to watch out for blackouts and whatever else. And that's where it all started. And then anything else that came out after that, she just absorbed as real information.
Sunny Days. Crap, I just restarted it. Where were we? Sunny Days. At one point, I thought the same thing. I was thinking he was reading. I'm trying to find where we were because I restarted it. Okay, there we are. But at one point, I saw him look down like he was reading something and look back up. I thought the same thing. And I think he was, I think he was very angry at her. He could not stand her the way he was talking about her. You can tell. He could not stand her. Allegedly. I have to make sure I say this. Allegedly, in my opinion, because this guy's trying to fight and prove his innocence, and he wants to write a book about it. And we got to be careful. But yeah, he couldn't stand her. And why? What do you? Hey, Wicked West Paranormal. Sounds like he's full of crap and making it all up. Got his notes ready. Yes, I thought the same thing. Sunny Days. I was like, he is reading that. You can see his eyes. So, what do y'all think? That I'm hung up on the window thing. I don't think he would go through that trouble of breaking through a window, fighting her to get in, and jump over a couch to hug his children. When he really just could have been like, can you bring the children outside and let me hug them? Can you call the police? They can stand here while I hug my children. I think he did it because there was a man in that house. What do y'all think? I want y'all's opinions, your own opinions. That's just mine, the way my brain works. We all have our own opinions. Okay. Well, let me see if I can find exactly where we were again.
Else, and that's where it all started. And then anything else that came out after that, she just absorbed as real information. And it got worse and worse and worse. And I believe her grounding in reality disappeared on what was right and what's not right and what's true and what's not true. And she put it above family life is the biggest thing. She would not get off her phone.
He's saying that she became obsessed with the pandemic when the C word started, and she was so worried about everything, and she wouldn't get off her phone. All he does is he doesn't say anything good about her. You know, he doesn't say anything but good. All he has is bad stuff to say about her.
It wasn't that she was a conspiracy theorist. It was that she had an open mind of possibilities of different things happening. And she was always and that's how everyone should be, as open-minded of possibilities of different things that happen in the world. But the problem was she could not process when, let's say, some statement or issue came out that was very wild.
I know, Darzilla. We need to look for that police report. And where's the emotion over losing your kids? That's what I'm saying, Janet. The clips that I showed of him just standing around with the police, just his arms crossed, just walking. What? And hey, Dawson, Cece. Mama Shellbell? Did I miss Mama Shellbell coming in? Yes, I did. Hey, Mama Shellbell. I think there needs to be a trial. Protective order says it all. I can't see because Kitten's covering my phone. If there was a man in the house, he would have stepped in and tried to protect her, and then those two men would have been fighting. I know. I wonder what was. In Precious Moments, I'm waiting to see if they do get a hold of the mother and the sister. And who else was it? If there was a man there, the man, what he has to say. I can't wait till more starts coming out.
He could not let that go, even if it was proven wrong. It was just kind of taken as face fact, put into her mind, and she just kept going. And I think a lot of she read tons of stories of cases like this, or also cases of sex trafficking. Is very taxing on the mind. And I think she got too entangled in that. And
see how hard he's trying to sell that something corrupted her mind? Oh my gosh. He's trying so hard to sell that her mind was not right. She was not in the right state of mind.
They were going to try to inject her with something. It was just.
So moving forward to last week, after this devastating news that you receive, I mean, firsthand going into the crime scene, officials on the scene, mark it off. This has been the scene of a murder. What are the early stages of the investigation? Were you looped in on any of that?
That's really interesting. So I had communication with the detective.
Why did you just giggle at that? Like, why did you just smirk and giggle at that? That's really interesting. Let's watch that again.
But that's really interesting. So on
any of that?
That's really interesting. So I had communication.
What was her question? Were you looped in on any of the investigation? And he kind of he thinks that's funny. Are they trying to hide stuff from him because they think he's guilty? Is he getting that sense that they're suspecting him?
That's really interesting. So I had communication with the detective, but during the whole time, the media, everyone else found out the details happened during the day when here's how it kind of went. I was, taken down to their administrative building, gave my statements on what I found and happened. Then I was driven to a hotel room where I stayed until they released the crime scene. And I think it was foolish to leave someone in a hotel room unmonitored after they just lost 3 family members. I mean, that's like setting someone up. I know I would never ever hurt myself, but I know other people are not as stable as me, but at least someone check on you. I only had the church checking on me, and that's the biggest thing during the times is having someone check on you and making sure okay.
And as someone who works in true crime, I cover a lot of stories like this, unfortunately. And in the
I'm sorry, sir. You wanted more attention from people. You wanted more sympathy. That's how it made me feel. How do you sit there and complain about not enough people checking on you instead of talking about the children you lost? Dang it, kitten. How do I fix this? Oh, okay. All right, let's see what the end says, and then we'll get off of this.
Over to the neighbors, I believe it was Wednesday, and told one of the neighbors, if anything happens to me, it was my husband. And that was very strange because that was the phone that she shut off, and I wasn't even home yet.
As we're moving forward with this and new details come out, we're still kind of coming to terms with this. And I'm sure you are, the scene that you found. Is there anything you want people to know about your children or your estranged wife, their memory as it lives on?
This was not Nancy's behavior. Nancy always went above and beyond as a mother, and it was incredible to watch her when we had Mia as our first child and her to learn and grow. And she took that and Jacob, it was a great experience. Our house was always filled with joy, happiness. Our kids were always, there was very little pouting or grunting, or it was just, they loved life. And, you know, I honestly think there's a lot of people who divorce prematurely, truly don't put the work into their relationship. And they do realize that having that stable home environment helps both the children and the parents keep it all together when you're going through rough times.
Yeah. Derek, thank you again for taking the time to speak with us about something that's very tragic and I'm sure difficult for your family. So again,
Okay. There's that. There's that. Seriously reminds me so much of my ex, how he talked to me, about me. This guy gives me the ick. He does me too, girl. It's all about himself. He's complaining. No, he never complimented the mother of his children. How's he not tearing up talking about his daughter? The only emotion I saw was when he said, I put my hand up, or I put my hand on his back, and he was stiff. And he kind of like relived that moment. But I don't know if he was doing that to try to prove to us that it really happened, or if he was really like closing his eyes and he could like relive that moment perfectly. You know what I mean? Hold on, guys. All right, I want to hear from her family. Me too. I think that was fake emotion too. That's at first, when I first saw that Tennessee Star, I was thinking, okay, I see pain right there. But then I watched more and I was like, no, that was the only pain I saw in the whole. I think that was acting pain. Okay. Where is he now? Does anyone know? He's I guess he's at the house in Alabama. She was in fear for their lives. The neighbors are crying for her. He didn't shed a tear. Right, Regina? And the neighbors also say how sweet and caring of a person she was. He called. Okay. Oh, thank you, Crime Stories with Miss Chewy. Blue Eyes Dumpling says he's still there. What else was I going to show y'all? I don't know. The only other thing I know is he's talking on the GoFundMe like acts like can. He's saying he wants to write a book to help future mental health problems in relationships. What relationship? That woman was running from you, sir. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's trying to take all the focus off of himself and put it on her. Where is the Tennessee sweetheart? I'm telling y'all, in my opinion, when he says that he was out, when he was maintaining the house, he when did we have? When he was maintaining the house Wednesday, I think that's what he was doing. I think he was cleaning up his crime scene. Well, I want to show y'all one last time how nonchalant he was acting. Excuse me, women, girls, ladies. This is not okay. They want my attention right now. But I'm going to show y'all one more time how nonchalant he was acting out there with the officer, okay?
And horrific. He believes not.
And they had both told me they were going through a divorce and was getting ugly and all that, but I didn't know it would go to this.
The estranged husband, Derek Johnson, filed for divorce twice this year. The first time in April. The couple reconciled in June, but he filed again for divorce in August. Accused Nancy of leaving with the...
You see how he turned away from the officer when he started talking? He turned away from the officer. He was avoiding. Hey, Mrs. Fred. Teresa M., I hope you're in here listening. He can write a book about how to identify a narcissist without realizing it. Absolutely, he can. Someone commented, oh, I know what I wanted to go through before we leave. Hold on, let me show y'all. I went to Huntress's page. Tell me why I just went to Huntress's page. Stop. Okay, I want to read some of the... Why are all my electronic devices acting crazy tonight, y'all? Okay, here we go. Some of the comments. So, 12 days ago is when he went on Law and Crime Network. At that point, this horrible tragedy had only happened a week before that. So it happened like 19 days ago. He prepared for that emotional show, but got himself caught up with his narcissist, non-emotions, normal behavior. He can't help but degrade her, even in death. Disgusting. You can see the anger he had for her as he was talking about her casually. Yes, it is, Huntress. You've been watching from the bushes? Oh no, Otter, you can't climb up here. You're too big. Please don't get mad if Dumblett's cat blocks you. Oh my gosh, please don't, because my cats are coming up here like, Mama, what we doing? You just woke up from a sleep. I hope you got good rest. He couldn't look at the officer. He turned around. Corey Richens can give him his book writing tips. I don't know who that is. Allison! Yay, I love you too. I'm glad you were able to say hi. No, I haven't watched the documentary on May. I need to message you back. Oh no, Miss Chewy got the Rona. No, Miss Chewy. I'm so sorry. Is it the bad one or the sinus one? I hope you feel better fast. Okay. So one comment says this happened a week ago, and this guy's able to artilectually, that's a big word for dumpling, tell the story. I wouldn't be able to function if this happened to my family. Someone else commented talking about the person who's interviewing him. on Law and Crime, that woman. They say she's good. She knows he's guilty, and she's getting him to talk as much as possible. Everyone getting homework. Netflix. Oh, shoot, fire. Oh, the bad one, Miss Chewy. I'm so sorry. Please you know what? Just take medicine and sleep, girl. Just take medicine and sleep it off. Make sure you drink lots of fluids. Oh, I know how bad that is. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. When and When wants everyone to go to Netflix and watch Take Care of Maya. Is it Maya? Is that the trial that's going on right now, When and When? Take Care of Maya, the $200 million trial. Hold on, guys. I have to tell Bailey to quit playing music in my bathroom. She's going to get me in trouble. Wasn't there a woman who wrote a book about grieving after her husband, father of her children, passed and found out she unalived him? Oh, I'm telling you, Jazzy Jewel, it happens. It happens. I almost have a free t-shirt. Stop it! I watched the documentary on Brittany Wood's Shadow in the Dark, True Horrible Crimes. Ooh, I haven't. I don't have time to watch this stuff, y'all. I guess I'm going to have to start scheduling Netflix time, okay? Corey Richards unalived her husband, then wrote a children's book on how to help children cope with the loss of... Yes, I know who you're talking about. Sleep on Incline. I just started my homework last night. I have been watching the trial every day. Regina, my star student. So let me pull my camera down a little bit. I feel like I look... Okay, is that better? So, Recovery Addict plays that trial every day. That's a sad story. Should be in criminal charges. She has never been found. 11 years. It's been 11 years and she hasn't been found yet. What's her name again? Brittany Woods. I've never heard of her. I mean, I might have. I need to look at her picture. Okay, here's some more. Someone says, from the second this man started talking, it's so obvious that his goal is to just clear his name, making sure that everyone believes he's not involved with what happened. He didn't seem genuinely to be concerned about his wife having mental health issues. He just straight up painted his wife as a monster. These are comments on the Law and Crime interview that he was on. Brittany Woods is from Mobile, Alabama. Oh, yeah, okay. You cooking dinner, Wicked West? The doctor with this smirk today. Are you talking about the trial? Where do y'all watch the trial for Maya? Someone else commented, being with an abuser that gaslights you drives you insane. He shows you, and this could happen too. He could have just literally drove her insane. I have been there. Literally, they can drive you absolutely insane. He could have pushed her to this. But anyways, he shows no signs of sadness about the loss of his kids. He's sitting there and recalling details about he was falsely accused of these things, and he wants to look like the hero. No. This poor woman is being dragged through the mud after her death. He would 100% did this. This is this woman's own opinion, okay? There's more emotion talking about the divorce. Okay, this comment, y'all. This comment is everything. There is more Caroline, Care Bear. Caroline. I pushed her down and now she's screaming. There is more emotion talking about the divorce than there is about finding his children unalived. That is 100% true. You could see the hate for his wife, for Nancy. I don't want to call her his wife. And the anger he had against her. You could see all the emotions he had while talking about that divorce. And what could you see when he was talking about finding the kids? That's so true. This sounds extremely suspicious. I hope that their deaths are being investigated. I would like to hear her family's side of the story. So sad. May they rest in peace. And someone said the update will be the husband's arrested. Her family's side. Read. They tagged someone and said that might be the family. Someone else commented, if you're a true crime addict and know he's guilty AF just like I do, please raise your hand. Rest in peace, sweet angels. I think TRPP is doing a live tomorrow going over Maya's case. Yeah, he talks about her a lot, don't he? I'm sorry, doesn't he? I need to quit talking all country. They have it right here on YouTube Crimes Court. That's one of the stations. Is that where you watch it? That's very true, Dumpling. They can make you insane. I questioned my sanity after being called crazy so many times. They play with your mind until you almost snap, and some people do. Some people absolutely do almost snap. Absolutely. 100%. They will just... I'm sure some of you know what they will do. Literally make you snap. You just can't handle it anymore. You can't do it. You feel like you're going insane. Do your kitties try climbing up to get those musky rats behind you? I got them right here too. I was gonna put some on my garage door, like for Halloween. Raising your hand. Yep. Yeah, yeah. I can read right. I mean, I can see right through him, you know? I can. I mean, that's my opinion, though. If I do watch it, it's on Recovery Addicts. And when you do snap, you're the crazy one. 100%. Finally, you can't take it. You snap, and then boom. You say one thing out of line, and they're like, see, you're crazy. That's how it goes. Naturally. I feel like I did not blend my eyeshadow. I swear I did, y'all. It's just this light. I'm going to snap one of these days if they don't make him go. Oh, I know. Don't snap. Hang in there. I like them. I got them at the dollar store. They're cute, aren't they? I'm going to work on some shirts tonight. I got my vinyl in. I'm going to make some new TCC t-shirts or Musky Rat shirts or something. I haven't decided yet. Hey, but check out the shirts I do have. I put a few new ones on there. The Musky Rat one and the Chicken Ho or the Chicken Ho one. Did that work? Where are you, Nightbot? There he is. All right. So, here's the comment I wrote down. Hey, Steffi. Coco, still listening? In one interview, he said, she lost her grip on reality and I had been her anchor. He also said on his GoFundMe page, I do eventually want to write a book to help others identify and see the dangers of mental illnesses in a relationship. There is a wonderful and terrible story to tell the world that I hope helps others stop future dangers to their children. That's what he said. That's what he said. Okay, TRPP. You love your shirt, Regina? I went to do a market 2 weeks ago. You went to do a market? I went to do a market 2 weeks ago. I put on my contour powder, but totally forgot to blend it. Oh, no! See, it's driving me crazy because of this lighting. It looks like I just did not blend this stuff. Like, it looks like it's like those straight lines like we did in 2000 or something. Y'all just gonna have to deal with me, okay? I'm a mess. Thank you, Huntress. TRPP chosen one. Which shirt? Just message me. What shirt do you want so bad, girl? You crazy. So he wants to write a book about himself. Yeah. Yep. And he wants to get more sympathy and more attention He basically told you what he wanted when he was complaining that no one checked on him and he was left all alone. Oh, farmer's market for 3 hours. Why didn't my membership renew? Oh no, did you lose your count? Did you lose your, give me the iPhone link, please. You lost your milestone. No. Okay. Dang it. Someone else comments, in my opinion, this man hated his wife. The way he describes her is really telling. One could say he actually hates her because she unalived his children. But there's so many red flags in his testimony. I believe he's guilty. Why unalive the babies? So heartbreaking. Someone's so guilty. When my dog passed away, it took me almost a year to talk about it. Like, I'm just saying, like, that story was so put together, and I'm pretty sure it was, like, he was reading, y'all. Oh, Cameron Michelle, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. And you're a member again. You got your pumpkin. Thank you, Win and Win. The moment he said, I'm doing better than I was the day it happened, is impossible for someone who had just had their entire world taken from them in such a gruesome way. Every day would get worse as you slowly begin to come to terms with reality. He is not pausing to try to compose himself while he's recalling discovering his family. He's pausing to think of what to say next and how to deliver it. I doubt he thought the interviewer would call him out straight away and state he came forward wanting to do this interview himself. That was someone's comment. Really good one. So, Jazzy Jewel, I know a lot of you do not believe in psychics, and or it goes against religion, which it should also go against my religion, but I get curious. And I watched this live. I'm not going to play it because I know some of you are like, no, I can't handle the spirit box because it is scary. It's scary. But, guys, if you are curious to witness what I witnessed during the spirit box session, here is the link. It's really short. It's like 5 minutes. Y'all can go watch it and come back and tell me what you think. It made my tummy sick. It just made me feel sick. I know, Huntress. That's why I'm not going to play it. But I advise you all to go watch that if you believe in that stuff. Because it was just... Who said... Wait. Didn't someone say he... Okay. Maybe I was... Chicken. She's scared of anything spiritual or like ghost everything, y'all. Did Ellie recover the... I mean, I'm sure they did. See you later. I know there's going to be a lot more coming out with this, y'all. It only happened, how many, 12? 19 days ago. Oh, it's on my screen. I'm so silly. Jazzy Jolson maybe had alive them in front of her. So if you do believe in that, Jazzy Joel, I 100% advise you to go watch that real quick and come back and tell me what you think. I'll tell y'all the spirit box session says that that's what happened. Yay, Darcy! Member for 4 months. Happy 4 months, Dumpling and the Musky Brats. Darcy, I'm so glad we've had you all here for 4 months. My light just turned off behind me. The kittens are going to be mad. He looked at the same in both videos. Mediums. I have done Matt Frazier a couple of times. Who's Matt Frazier? Where? Right here, Regina. It's creepy, girl. Y'all prepare yourselves before you go see it. But it's only like a few minutes long. I'm scared of the dark. I'm scared of the dark too. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared of the dark. I'm so scared of the dark. Jazzy Jewel, that's the link right above your comment for the spirit box session that I'm talking about. I just said your light turned off because you're talking about that spirit stuff. She said, oh, heck no. I know Wicked West Paranormal. I do too. I do too. I don't believe people can predict the future, but I believe mediums. I know, guys. It's completely okay. I'm a believer based on experience with the medium as well as the spirit box. Wow. I hope y'all watch that I posted and tell me what you think. I'm scared of ghosts, spirit box, etc., but I'm curious to say I am too. I'm so scared. Like, I'm so scared I will get sick to my stomach watching it. But I'm so curious. Curiosity killed the cat, okay? Mama Chauvel, me too. Matt Frazier is a famous medium. He does some online readings that I've done a couple of times. He is what made me a believer, but also careful of other mediums. Amy, we should do it on a call. I want to see y'all's reaction. You're welcome, Regina. Tell me what you think. Tennessee, sweetheart. I'd like to know if there were fingerprints. See you later. I wish that we had more right now, but I think a lot more will come out. We will definitely keep following this case. I already got chill bumps. Oh, Regina is so creepy. It's so creepy. Okay, Amy. Overnight Channel is doing a marathon at the Warren Museum where Annabelle's kept. When? Wait, what? Send it to me when and when. Hey, Pumpkin. Pumpkin's sitting beside me. Where's Teddy Bear? Hold on. You want to see Teddy Bear Wicked West? Hold on. We're not done reading comments yet. I think a few people went over there to watch that session. Maybe they'll come back and tell us what they think. Oh, come here, Teddy Bear. Spirit box are okay. I love the EVP. Called a recording. Can't deny them. Oh. Hey, Carla Bollinger. How are you? Me too, Tennessee sweetheart. Don't look in her eyes. It's been going on for a few. Okay, send me the link. Here's Teddy Bear. Want to say hi? Well, you always sleeping when we're live, you little lazy. You always sleeping. He's purring. He's purring. Y'all, he is so much bigger than his brother. He's so big. He's so big, but he's a purring. He's a purring. He's awake now. He's like, what? You woke me up. What do you want? What do you want? Let me down. Let me down. Y'all want to see his brother? The one Huntress was supposed to get, and I stole from her. He's much tinier, y'all. He's much tinier than Teddy Bear. I'm dropping stuff north. Okay. He's hard to see, y'all. But look how tiny. He's a little turd. He don't want me to cuddle with him. He's so sweet, though. Say hi, Nor. Say hi. Want to say hi? Say hi? Okay, down. Can I pet that kitty? Not bought. They made over 100K for Feed America. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Leo King. I would come take you if I wasn't scared of him getting sick from Blue. What are you doing, buddy? I love the marking.
Hi.
Stop. Okay. Hold on, guys. Bryson was trying to take the mic, y'all, and say hey in it. I know, it's Sarah. That's what I thought. I get scared watching unsolved mystery stuff like that, especially at nighttime. In my opinion, I'm not into the spirit box stuff, but I just like to hear what they say. My daughter says she wants to pet them. She just, oh, I wish. Oh, your granddaughter. I wish she could pet them. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? Okay. I think I got a hairball in my throat from holding them all. Which one, Mama Showbill? Teddy Bear or Noor? Well, I still want to watch it Win and Whim. That's awesome that they made that for Feed America. April P put 0. I don't want to look at her anywhere. You scared of the doll, Tennessee sweetheart? Okay, guys, I have looked at the computer so long today. My eyes on fire. My eyes are on fire. I have to rest for a bit. Okay, I love you, Tennessee sweetheart. Thank you for listening. I'm Z. I know who you are, Sarah. Hold on. Okay, sorry guys. My kids are getting showers and getting ready for school tomorrow, so they're walking in and out, and you know, obviously they can't use their shower. That's just not heard of. Hey, Josie Rock, are you? Wait, are you our Josie? Let me know if you want to join tomorrow, Dumpling. I'll invite you. Join what? I want to join. What are we joining? I have a close. Oh, yeah, invite me. The black one. You like the black one? Hold on, guys. Okay, I keep thinking my daughter's, and she is about to walk out. Okay. The all black one with the brown eyes. Yeah, that's Noor. He has a white tip on his tail, and it stayed since he got bigger. Okay, you're our Josie. Okay. That was intense. What did you think, Josie Jewel? What did you think? I hope so if she has a wrench. Oh, okay. She has a wrench. I can't see it on StreamYard. I can't see who has a wrench and who doesn't. Who else is live? Hold on. I wasn't looking at the comments on my phone. How do you know, Huntress? Nightbot, are you Jeff? Caroline. Caroline! Chris Marie says, hi, Huntress. It's at 8 our time every Wednesdays. Ooh, okay, awesome. All right, let me... Someone else commented on that under Law and Crime Network. Not me. I am not live. I'm just here. Mrs. Fred, you silly. He says he has a recipe. Hope I didn't freak you out earlier with my message. Okay, so someone else commented his eye movement. I saw a lot of you guys comment about his eyes being dodgy. Pollywaffle! I watched the Maya trial on Recovery Addict. I do too. That's where I watch it when I do watch it. But anyways, they commented his eye movement whilst answering and his inability to articulate anything other than how his wife wronged him tells me everything. I am going back undercover. Turns out it's more fun. Josephine, you changed your name from Josie again. It is more fun to be undercover, isn't it? I know nothing about this case. 4 minutes into this guy's story, I jumped to the comments to see if I am alone in my suspicion that he did this. I am clearly not alone. Yeah, it took this person 4 minutes. I plead the fifth. What do you think? I have receipts. Well, who are not bot? Are you Jeff? I swear you're Jeff because I don't know. Are you saying you are? I would like to see. Okay, Win and Wim, I just got your message. I would like to see Maxie do one on her. Who's Maxie? Hey, Boucher Street. Yes, isn't that crazy, Precious Moments? I really think that told exactly what happened. Huntress, I thought you were saying Nightbot had a wrench. I was like, what? I knew nothing about this case. I'm in Australia and I hadn't heard about this. This video came up as a recommendation on YouTube and I clicked on it. I was expecting it would be a heart-wrenching story to hear this father speak. I'm not even 10 minutes in and I'm thinking he would have been better off just confessing and handing himself over to the police. I agree with that person. I'm going to change my name to Carson Page. Regina, don't do that. Nightbot. Nightbot is someone. This Nightbot is a person, not my Nightbot. Oh, okay, Jazzy Joe. I don't know who that is. Darcy, isn't that nuts? Isn't that nuts? May said it's nuts. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? Oh, yeah. So, guys, Huntress is going to share her live because she's going to go live as soon as I'm done. So, I mean, she's going to share her link. So, if you have not subscribed to her, please go do that. You can see. Don't mess with my hair right now, Maybe. I'm live. Oh, no. That's okay, Amy. The contempt on his face when he talks about her is telling through the screen. This guy screams abusive narcissist, and she's doing everything to protect her kids from her. That's what someone said. His wife and kids passed away, and he's going on about how she put her hands on him, and he had no idea on a restraining order. Hold on, Maybe, you're pulling my hair. Giant red flags on this guy. They need to look more into this. It's so sad. This happened a week ago. I'm sorry. I would not be able to do an interview a week after my entire life crumbled. May, you're stepping on my hair, baby. Hold on. Let me get my hair and then you can lay there. Ow. Stop. There you go. Say hi. They say you're beautiful. They say you're beautiful. This is the one that screams all the time. This is May. And the one that Tennessee Sweetheart says, "Free May May," because I put her in the bathroom because she's always screaming. You can't get on the computer. We have something to, yeah, guys, if y'all will go to Huntresses, we have something to show y'all when we go live. Is it appropriate? It's something exciting. Okay. I'm going to read one last comment and then we'll end the live so we can go to Huntresses. This comment says, "This is chilling. My gosh, he is an absolute sociopath. It's like watching a movie. The sheer audacity of this creep." Audacity, whatever. Talking so matter-of-factly about finding his unalived kids and wife. No tears, no emotion, nothing. My heart breaks for the victims. Yes. Wait, I gotta read one more comment because I agree on this one too. "This guy's a classic. I'll talk to the media so no one suspects me." And then he totally dissociates when talking about the kids unalived on the couch. "I'm sorry, I have mental health, obsessed with true crime, and I've never thought of unaliving my family." I can agree with these comments. Okay. So, what are we showing? You know what we're showing, Silent J? I need some excitement. Yes, you're going to love it. Maybe you're going to love it. My cats treat me like a tree. They're like parrots, especially Meme. She's always on my back or my shoulder. She's pretty. Thank you. She's my baby boo. I have a sneaky suspicion that Nightbot is rapper. He might be. Wicked West, do you like May? The one Dumpling was just talking about is the one about the case she just talked about. What? The one Dumpling was talking about B. It's the one about the case she just talked about. Okay. OMG, hey May. Y'all confused me. Oh, B, the spirit box that I said, if you believe in that kind of stuff, go watch it because it's absolutely insane. So, this is a link to it, and it's only like a few minutes long. Okay, Huntress, can you post your links? Regina doesn't have your link. There we go. There it is, Huntress. Your cat's got a nice butt. Oh no, look at her. How many cats do you have? I have 13 cats. Thank you, Precious Moments. Thank you for being here. My kitty will hang out on my shoulders all day if I let him. What's up with our parrot kitties, huh? Alright, y'all. Last night in Jink. Jinky's rumor has it? Is that who you're talking about? Do you love cats or cars? Oh my gosh. I have so many litter boxes that I'm constantly cleaning and scooping out and vacuuming. And I change my bedding every day because I'm allergic to cats and I'm constantly taking Benadryl. It's a lot of work, but my kitties and my cats are my whole life. Kara stalked me on YouTube last night. Were you in Jinky's last night, Huntress? You dirty rat's back. Gonna sting Meme in the butt. They gonna get your butt. They gonna get your butt. Come here. She just chilling. She don't care. You love cats? Me too, Leo King. Me too. Okay, gonna go check out the spirit box over to Huntresses. I have always had 3 cats. Aw. Cats are the best. Local raw honey will fix your allergies. I know, I need to find some local honey. I remember when I had taken a in cats for a shelter. Oh man, it was so much fun. I couldn't let out children. It was too much for me. Oh, I know, girl. I know. All right, guys. I'm going to end it. And we're going to go hang out at Huntress's. Sometimes I feel like I swallowed a cat. Me too, Regina. Hairball. I had to get rid of my Maine Coon last week, girl. It was so much. He was getting too big at almost 18 months. Oh my gosh, you told me, Cameron. I'm sorry you had to get rid of him. Okay, so let's go back over this. Nanny423 has been a member for 4 months. She says a great 4 months. Can you drop her link one more time, please? Huntress, can you drop it one more time? If not, I can. She might go. Oh, there she goes. There you go. I plead the fifth. Darzilla has been a member for 4 months. Win became a member. She's been a member since the beginning, but her membership lapsed. Thank you, guys. I got it. Who's on me? Happy 4 months, Dumpling, and the Musky Rats, Darcy. Thank you guys so much for being members. I appreciate you all. Leo King, she just put her link in chat right above your comment. I would have taken that Maine Coon. Yeah, I know. Who else wants a Maine Coon like really, really bad? Oh, Auntie Rose. Team Rose. She wants a Maine Coon really bad. Okay, Rhonda Roy. Awesome. Thanks you for the support. Thank you for the support. What do you mean? Oh, I thank you for the support. I do. I thank everyone in here for your support. Darcy says, me. Why are y'all saying me? Tashi's in here, you dirty rat. It sounds so weird calling you that. She's in Maine. Go get one. Ah! Regina, you've been here 4 months too. Regina, click on the money sign. My voice just tried to leave me. The cat. Click on the money sign like you're sending a super chat and see if you have a membership milestone. I've got half Maine Coon, dad, calico mom. Dumpling, we all want a man iron. You mean Maine Coon? Oh my gosh. Now Teddy's up, or Nor, one of them, I can't see, is up there with her. You dirty rat's been a member for 4 months too. TRPB Chosen One has been a member for a month and says you are loved. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for being here, for real. Thank y'all for being here and hanging out. And make sure y'all go to Huntress's. Yay! Look, Regina learned something. Look, she's got a membership milestone. Tennessee Sweet Star says, oh, me too. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Okay. So I pinned Huntress's link. Hey, Gypsy girl. I'm trying to make sure when y'all stop, I will end it. Y'all rock. Yes, you do. You all rock. I always forget about that. Lanessa Boo says, me three. My neck is broken, May. And Nor. That's Teddy Bear. That's not Nor. They're ridiculous. So I guess I need to make the pumpkins. I only did 5 months for the pumpkins. Okay, yeah, that'll be right when they end. Bye, everyone. Have a good night. Bye, FGTV Wolf. It tickled me. We love you too, Dumpling. See you in a bit. Good night, Dumpling. All right, I'll see y'all over at Huntress's in a little bit. I love you guys. Oh, and if you watch the replay, leave a comment and let me know what you think about the Nancy Johnson case. I want to hear your opinions. Dumpling who? Use me for a learning tool. It's on your shoulder. That's May May. That's May May on my shoulder. And Teddy Bear laying there behind me. All right. I will see y'all over at Huntress's, guys. Oh, Murdaugh is getting a second trial. Dang, y'all, stop. I'm never going to be able to end it. Is she still point Siamese? I don't know. She, let me think. Her mom is a calico tabby. Her mom's a calico tabby. I don't know who she got out and got pregnant by. It was like 3 years ago. May May is almost 3. So look at this. So her mom, she's at least tabby. Half tabby. Oh, Cha Cha, I love you so much. Oh no, Miss Ann, is the chemo really getting to you this time? Look, she's curling up in my lap. So is Teddy Bear. Y'all are spoiled rotten. What am I gonna do with y'all? What am I gonna do with y'all? All right, I'm so sorry, Miss Ann. I hope you're okay. I hope it passes quickly. Just try to rest a lot, okay? Yeah, it was definitely a Siamese daddy. It was definitely a Siamese daddy because her mama was like a calico tabby. I'm still on Jamie K, but I'm getting off now. I'm ending it. So we're gonna go to Huntress's and hang out, okay? Her channel is pinned at the top. So if you guys are not going to bed, come over to Huntress's and hang out. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you in a bit. Big hugs. Say good night, Teddy Bear.